Hey everyone. Today I wanted to share something deeply personal with you. My art journey and kind of how it intertwines with my life. This video is a lot different than my normal content, so I hope you will just join me on this reflective journey. I wanted to make this video for more of myself than for others, but I also wanted to share it, seeing maybe some of y'all could relate. Over the years, my art has improved and it has gotten a lot more traction than I ever thought it could get, and my love for art's always been there, ever since I probably existed. And it's just a weird thing for me to think about because it's like, oh, I've gotten this far, so what do I do now? It was really interesting when I told my family that I don't want to be an artist. I don't ever want to be an artist. This is my hobby. I don't want it to be for fun. I don't want it to be for a job. It's just there. There's nothing wrong with that. I just like to draw. But recently, in the past few years, I've had to make art a job because it's hard out there. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just very stressful and burning out. So I want to start with my early days and how I decided I wanted to post my art on the internet. Back around 2015 or so, probably a little earlier, I had moved from my first elementary school I ever went to a new one because my mom wanted to find a nicer place and I had to remake friends. And I made a few friends who were into art just like me, and I got into something called creepypasta. It was very interesting because around the time that I can remember getting into art and animation, Undertale had came out, and I was super invested. Despite never playing the game, I just loved the comic dubs, I loved all the characters, all the AUs. It was a little different than what some people could say. And I was still into creepypasta, and I was into Gravity Falls, a lot of things. And around that time, I started my YouTube channel and my first Amino account. Amino might be a strange word for a lot of you to hear, since it's Amino. A lot of places where a lot of art was stolen and a lot of different things were just, it was just a bad app. There was no really moderation on it, which is probably the start of, I guess, my internet drama. I'm not gonna say that I was the perfect kid and never stole any art, because I definitely did. And in fact, what you're seeing right now is a speed paint I did of Eyeless Jack and Tiki Toby with obviously a base that I found probably on Google. This video is no longer up on my channel, but it used to be up on my channel. It's one of my first or second videos. And there's some videos here on this channel that if you scroll far enough, you'll see them. You'll see this journey from 6 or 7 years ago that I went through. But as a kid, I didn't understand what was wrong. I was innocent. I didn't know. I just was like, I want to share my things, my thoughts, my feelings to the world. I was probably in 5th grade, if I remember correctly, and a lot of things happened in 5th grade that I can't really go into, and I don't want to go into. But these moments right here they're strong, and they're interesting to hear about. I remember role playing for hours on end with this random stranger on Amino with my Gravity Falls OC, and it was like a reverse Falls character, and then I was into Ed's world, and I remember it all. Over the years, I ended up moving from my hometown to Arkansas, which isn't the best place for someone who grew up on the internet. I was super into Cuphead and Doctor Who and Banana Ink Machine at the time, mostly my own OCs. They just never left. I ended up getting into animation memes, which those are still up. You can see some of them up still. It's just a little different than everything. I would express my feelings, I'd do this. I'd made a lot of friends, and it was different. Over the years, I just kept tracing because I didn't know better until around 2020 when COVID started. It was a very hard year for me. It was probably a hard year for a lot of them. Right before COVID started, I had my first trip to the mental hospital. I was being bullied for being the weird art kid. It was hard for me because in the town I grew up in, no one was like that. I felt like everyone was supporting. I did get bullied there, but I didn't understand why. I just thought, oh, my friends probably just don't like me more. But here, it was like, oh, your hair's too short, or oh, you're too weird, you're the teacher's pet, you act weird. It was different. And I ended up getting into cosplay when COVID happened. And I ended up still tracing art, but doing my own original pieces. I was 8th grade going on to 9th grade. I didn't really understand fully. And it was cool. I got to cosplay as my favorite characters, you know, Detroit Become Human, Lego Ninjago, all of those. And it's really hard to find those arts now. Most of them have been taken down. If you search up hard enough, you'll probably find some on Amino. But I stopped using Mino back in 2020. And then, after a few more mental hospital visits, my parents decided it'd be best if I go back to my home state. And that's what I did. And that's when I met someone in the Invaderism community. I loved the Invaderism community. It was really fun, but this person I met, they were like how I used to be. When I joined the Invaderism fandom, I realized this is where I stopped tracing. This is where I need to grow as myself. And that's what I did, and no one knew. But the person I met was kind of like that. And then things started happening. It was a lot difficult, and I don't want to go into personal details with it because there's a whole nother video that's going to be coming out about them later. But as of now, they are not a good person. And to this day, they don't have a platform. They are a pedophile. They are a lot of things. But for now, they are no one to me. After discovering my mistake of hanging around them, I decided it's time to leave the Invaderism fandom and do my own thing. Cuphead show had just came out at the beginning of 2022, and I made my first Cuphead cosplay. I was super into cosplay still at the time, and I had a job which was able to get my own things that I couldn't when I lived with my mom. It was a little weird because I actually blew up. One of my videos ended up getting around 2 million views, and suddenly the burnout started. Luckily, burnout didn't last very long as I was working, and then the Sonic movie 2 came out. I love Sonic the Hedgehog. I still post about Sonic the Hedgehog. But it's a little weird because as a kid, one of my first memories was playing Sonic Adventure 2 on the Dreamcast specifically, and playing Sonic Unleashed on the Wii. It was a very fun and different experience, and reliving those memories and making new friends in a fandom, it was different. I was finally away from all the drama from the year before, and I was making more friends, and I was just enjoying myself. And then around 2023, I turned 18 and I moved out for the first time. I'm not gonna say I didn't like being on my own, because I definitely was on my own, but I realized I like the routine I had before, and there was a lot of different things, and it was different. So I ended up going back to my dad. During that time, though I was away, I started testosterone. If anyone remembers my voice before testosterone, you would know it was a lot higher pitched than it is that you're hearing in this video. You've probably already heard a couple voice cracks. I'm not gonna edit those out. They're a part of me as of now. And 2023 was good. I was making decent money with commissions. I had a job. It was great. And then 2024 came and I moved out. It was a struggle, and it is a struggle. I ended up getting a job, but I lost it due to minimum wage increase and corporate greed. And I've been struggling since then. And I've been just surviving off of commissions. And over the years of doing commissions, I would have my art has improved immensely. It really has, but it's not fun anymore. It's different. It's not what I want to do. You know, and I don't want to complain because I'm glad that I get money from doing commissions. But like I said earlier in the video, I don't want to be an artist. I have never wanted to be an artist. I want to be a nurse, which that's probably going to take a while to get used to. It's fun drawing for myself, but it's hard. There's a lot of things that are about to happen, a big change for me happening soon. Once I'm finished with these current commissions I have, I will probably close them for a very long time. I don't feel happy doing what I want now. I don't feel happy doing a lot of things I don't want to say I'm unhappy, but I also know I'm not happy. It's really weird. This video is kind of unedited. It's just me talking and rambling mostly, but you know, I just want to let you know that the art journey is hard. And I know I'm going to feel a lot better about myself probably in a few months and about my art, but I just wanted to talk about how art affects your life, especially as someone who is considered a talented artist. It's hard. It takes a lot. But the best thing we can do is hope for the best. Thank you for watching my video and my random rambling. I might do more content like this, but we will see.